Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So that's got things underway. The wait had become maddening for Argentina fans. 28 years since their last major title. They finally managed it, and it was, of course, largely down to this man.
Yeah, and they won it in the best way possible against Brazil, in Brazil. Okay, it wasn't exactly a classic match by any means, but still, they did it.
It's the significance of it, of course. If there was ever any doubt as to this man's commitment to the cause, that game went a long... Cantona! Oh, in he goes again! He's keen, determined to have his say.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get their reward if they can stick at this.
And he's there to clear it. And now they can spring out of defence. And this is Griezmann. He's found a way through. Oh, he's been caught napping. And they can counter here. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Bellingham. Messi. That's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise. Yeah, and Messi! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Messi is offering a wry smile there.
Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And it's Beckham. If you have just joined us, well, you've missed no goals. Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. And here's Griezmann. Griezmann! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
This is their second corner of the game. Costa Curta is there, and he can get that clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. Looking for options for movement. Good determined running there, but run back by the defence.
Well, I appreciate the fact he's trying to make a difference, and if he carries on like that, he may well do.
Rummenigge. He's beaten the last man. Beckham.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
And he's been shifted off it. Neymar. And here's Cantona.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And he's made sure that's not getting through. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0. So we're just settling back into this second half. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. And he's there to belt it away. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Cantona. And it's Neymar. Aimed beyond the defence. Rijkaard. Now it's Messi. Now, what about a counter-attack? Messi. And Messi! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Madrid are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Neither of... He's going for goal! And he has produced there the crispest of hits.
Well, that was smashed with venom, violence even. All he had to do was hit the target. It's such a shame.
Griezmann. And this is Van Basten. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. Messi, he is through here. Conte, and that's been won straight back. And they've got rid. Robertson. And this is Van Basten. And that's been intercepted. Pass somewhat off target. And this is Griezmann. Good take, and is he in?
It was indecision all round. They have to do a bit better than that.
And this is Van Basten. And it's made its way. Chance for a shot! Denied by an instinctive save.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Substitution on the field. Number 11.
Corner number 3 coming up.
Number 18. Cantona. Number 15. Neymar. Coming on the field. Number 24. Fernando Torres.
Up he goes!
Number 10.
Corner number 4
Messi.
coming up here.
Number 22. Nedved. Substitution in progress.
That has been knocked clear. Struck first time. No, not quite.
Robertson probably should have taken a breath and looked for runners. It helps to put your head up from time to time, Peter.
Oh, he's found support out wide. Schneider. He's cut it out. Cannavaro with the clearance.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
It's come to nothing.
2 added minutes.
Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. And he's managed to get free. Played into the box. Not pretty, but it gets the job. Takes a shot! Oh, it's in! And that might well be that! It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
22.
And that is as far as it goes. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moment. Intriguing. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So we're up and running. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
I'm just so pleased that Andy Robertson here is finally getting the plaudits he deserves. When you consider the journey he's had from the lower tiers in...
Messi! It's in!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Barcelona finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Oh, good-looking ball. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really...
Chance, surely! He's got a goal! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
That was a given. It always was.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
Barcelona grabbed the... He's having a hit! Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Looking for a runner. And he shoots! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Now it's Van Basten. Messi, can he finish? And it's in! And they've got their lead back. More or less by himself, as cool as you like.
Well, how's that for composure, Peter? You can see the keeper tried to put as much pressure on him by staying upright, but it didn't faze him, not in the slightest.
And now he has two. So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Oh, important interception. And he's quick to get it clear again.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Rijkaard is there. Can he finish? It's their second corner of the game. Van Dijk tries to clear. Rijkaard. Oh, the ball's gone astray. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Van Basten. Van Dijk kept his eye on it, and he's there. Good defending there, they've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Now it's Van Basten, and this is Griezmann. Van Basten. And the pass is intercepted. And here's Griezmann. Bellingham tries a shot! Oh, taken with style! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control.
Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
That has the feeling of a breath of fresh air, Peter, and now they can fill their lungs and just blow them away.
He's beaten the last man. Now can he... Oh, shooting chance! Oh, and with that, the half-time whistle goes.
Well, it's hard to say whether a two-goal advantage under these circumstances is decisive or not, but so far I haven't really seen enough to indicate that the opposition can come out in the second half and improve to that degree.
Well, that has been a goal-blessed half. It is 3-1. And we're underway again. Messi. Well timed, excellent interception. And here's Messi. And it's Beckham. And here's Griezmann. Scholes. Now it's Messi. That's a good ball. Scholes. That has been cut short. Bellingham. Griezmann. And the ball is out of play. Rijkaard gathers from the goal kick. Oh, this looks sharp. It's a pretty loose pass. Barcelona are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Can he get on the end of this? Now it's Luis Suarez. Beckham. Looking for the run. And it's Bellingham. Now, can they get him away? He's had a shot! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting! And the lead is extended still further.
Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
So now the difference is 3. Now it's Van Basten. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. He's through here. Luis Suarez. White gets it clear. Now it's Messi. Could move up a gear here. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Hakimi. Quality ball. Adams promptly onto that, and that is that. Scholes. Bellingham. He's going to be disappointed with that. And it's Scholes. It's a promising position. He's found a way through, and Hullet! Oh, they could break here. Well read, nice interception. Aim forwards. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. Rijkaard cuts out the pass. Scholes tries to pass it through. Hullet picks it up out wide.
Substitution in progress.
And that's it. Well, that's it for tonight's match, so it just remains for me to thank Jim Begden alongside me and to wish you all a very good evening.
Hello, attendees.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. So off we go then.
It's hard to overlook the presence of Tony Adams at the back here, Peter.
Yeah, well, he's dominant, isn't he, and uncompromising and courageous. Those are the sorts of words you always apply to him.
Yeah, and his reading of the game means he was always a step ahead of the opposition. He's surprisingly quick too, you know. It will be a massive challenge to get the better of him.
Rijkaard gets it clear. Van Basten. It's Van Basten! Oh, he gave that an almighty thump.
Well, I think he's surprised himself how he managed not to hit the target then. He seemed to believe it was going in.
And it's Van Basten. And he's picked out the run. And he welcomes it in. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Messi was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And here's Messi. Messi! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Bangladesh really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
And we have our very first corner. Not pretty, but it gets the job done. And now they can spring out of defence. Van Dijk makes the interception. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Now it's Griezmann. Beckham. Nicely weighted ball. White gets across to intercept that. Oh, good-looking ball. Now it's Van Basten. And that pass just didn't quite work. He's beaten the last man. It's Van Basten! And he's lifted it over.
If he sacrifices some power, he may control the elevation.
Still goalless at the moment. Robertson is always looking to play quality balls. He's picked his way through. And that's left him on the seat of his pants. 15 minutes till half-time. That's an imaginative pass. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Robertson. Neymar. Bellingham. Griezmann.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Threads one in. Oh, no joy this time. That's a cute ball. Oh, that's well spotted. And it's Messi. Rijkaard gets a foot in here. Now it's Griezmann. Knocks it into space. Oh, that's fabulous. Messi proves just a little bit. Haaland! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Shot, surely! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Beckham. And that'll be the last act of the first half. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. So we're just settling back into this second half.
Bangladesh have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. OK, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Beckham.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase, and of course those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that. Looking for the run. Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. Goalless still, neither side really getting onto the front foot. That's a shade optimistic. That's going to go a long way. Liverpool are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Can he get on the end of this? Robertson. A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Well read, nice interception. Nice looking ball. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Played into space, brilliantly cut out.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
Opts for safety.
Listen, it may well finish this way because it's been so tight all the way through, but equally, we might still get a moment of magic, a mistake, or a refereeing decision to influence otherwise.
Great defending, strong and determined.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
And a chance! He's done very well to get to that.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
All hands on deck for this one. They've played it short.
There will be 1 minute at a
Beckham
time.
receives it in, and Beckham! Denied by an instinctive save. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. So a tough one to gauge. Defensive dominance combined with wastefulness in attack, and the outcome inevitable.